all that matters. This here sounds funny as hell.
Yeah. It's a lit episode.
Yeah, it is.
Hey,
Omar, go ahead, man. You know how we start this. You gotta go in with that rap song, dog. You've been working on it, right?
No, I haven't.
Come on, man.
You saw how I started off like Drake? It was like, no, I haven't. I sound like I'm nasally and I sound like Drake. Yeah.
I'm just joking, bro. What's going on, people? Today is Sunday the 13th, and it is Sunday Fun Day.
Sunday Fun Day.
Another day to cast our opinions and have some damn fun. But today's topic is one of those that I personally like to talk about. It's about what you bring to the table. Maybe it might make a difference to hear this, right? Omar, what's good, man?
Hey, I'm feeling good, man. I'm feeling good. We got some new people on the show. Got a new person on the show. You know what I'm saying? I'm Omar. You know what I'm saying? Who I got to my right again?
Tanisha.
Yo.
And you already know your boy Riv. And to my right, we have Lucy Lou.
She's the one and only.
She's new to the show. Just to give her opinion on what's going on these days.
Yep.
So I know it to be something to be a little controversial when someone says that they bring themselves to the table but never have a true answer. In my opinion, at least, they always say, they focus on the things that they think they know about and that they think that's good for themselves, but they never say what's good for the other person. You feel what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So I mean, when you go off of that single-minded attitude of thinking, hey, I'm better, it's my way, it's gonna be this way because it's just the perfect way. Mm-hmm. And I'm not only basing it off of personal relationships, like relationships in couples, but I'm basing it off of friendships and family, and everybody has their own opinion, and it's a subject that can kind of cause a rift between each other.
Nigga, I'm talking about relationships. That's what I'm talking about. You can talk about family all you want to.
No, of course.
Nigga, I'm talking about relationships.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? This is a powerful question, but before, you know what I'm saying, we start asking each other what we bring to the table, my question is, why is that so important to the ladies? Mm-hmm. And the reason why I want to get a lady's perspective, because I can always talk, but the reason why we do what we're doing on the show is so that the listeners can get clarity and not just hear one side of it all the time. So ladies, why is it so important that you understand or that you ask this guy what he's bringing to the table?
Because we're no longer in an era where we're just blindly leading the man. I need to know what's going on.
Now, when you say blindly leading
the man,
because back in our parents' and grandparents' age, a lot of times, the man was the one who kind of dictated certain things in the household. So it was kind of like, okay, if my husband said it's okay, then it's good. Now it's like, that doesn't make sense just because you say it.
So is it like, all right, I'm not trying to be.
No, go ahead.
Okay, so does that come off like a control thing? Like with a man feeling like if he says something that is kind of like, why can't it be his way type of thing? Does it feel like that? Or what is it about the whole, old school way that probably like might rub you or bother you the wrong way?
It doesn't bother me, but that's just what they felt like worked.
Yeah.
So I know a couple guys that, for example, they already own their home, and then they were like, hey, listen, hey, babe, just because, we married and everything, I'm going to let you know I'm about to buy another home. And the wife was like, no, we can't afford it. No, it doesn't make sense. We're not going to buy it. And these guys were like, pfft, and bought the home, and now they're Airbnb-ing the home. And the wife that was like, we can't afford it. No, this is a bad idea. Loves the extra money that's coming in. So when we take a look at examples like this, and a man who goes against and actually starts problems in his relationship because he sees the benefit of creating success for the relationship, you understand? That is one of the points that I would bring to a responsible man, not just any type of man.
Right.
A response for real, bro. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to make this generic.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But a responsible man. Now, this could be misinterpreted as a man that's controlling. So going back to how it was back in those days, you know, this was one of the many benefits as to why a man would lead the way they lead. Why would that be a problem in this generation today?
It's not a problem, but why you just can't show me the layout, the plan,
Let me
the
say
making
this,
of it?
right? I don't mean to cut you off, but
Hey, go ahead.
not every man are leaders.
Right.
Not every man are leaders.
No one said.
Let me
Responsible
say,
man.
I'm going to say this, right? I'm in my 40s. I'm not that far from 50. Thank God I am blessed. Thank you, Lord. But being raised in a home with mom and dad, the foundation, the upbringing is everything.
It is.
You understand what I'm saying? So there are certain things that if you don't get it at home, then I'm sorry.
What do you mean?
You know, the same thing if someone were to say, you mentioned something about, okay, what you bring to the table.
Yeah.
It's a lot of things a woman bring to the table, but I can't speak for all women. I can speak for myself. But what are you bringing to the table for me as a man too?
What would you like for a man?
If I'm having everything, first of all, I'm an alpha woman, but I don't mind. I have no problem with being submissive.
Yeah.
All right.
You understand what I'm saying?
So let me jump in real quick. So as we in this generation, we have a lot of alpha women. What would an alpha woman like for a man to bring to the table?
A lot of times you don't have a choice but to be that. You know, anything can happen.
That's fine. My question still remains.
As far as situations.
What would you like?
I'm gonna answer your question.
Okay.
My thing is, you don't have a choice as a woman at times where death can take place, you know, divorce, whatever. You know, you're raising your kid. You have no choice but to be that woman. You understand? But to be that alpha woman. But then a man that's going to come in has to understand that. But you don't come in. Let's just say I'm already established. I have everything going. And what do you expect? For me to babysit you?
So
What do you expect? But then a lot of time is, what is a man bringing? What is a man what is a woman bringing? What are you bringing? If I already have everything already established, I'm not waiting on you.
So you have everything established. That's cool. What would you like for this man to bring to the table?
Well, leadership. Knowing and showing that, you know what, baby, I got this. Not necessarily, you don't have to explore. You understand? Because I can spoil myself. You understand what I'm saying? But you have to show me.
I can. And
Now look, you've already admitted that you are an alpha woman, meaning that if a man were to take leadership, what would be your response? Would you sit back?
Well, let me tell you. Let me say this.
Because now it's conflicting.
Okay. No. I'm gonna say this to you. You know what?
You guys explain to me
Everybody
why
has their
it's a no.
own way of thinking and their thoughts.
Okay.
God is first for me. Period. If you don't have that, we can't even move forward.
Okay.
Right there and then you can forget it.
I completely understand that.
You understand? And then from there, like, I don't need you to make more than me, but we need to be able to compromise and see where we're going. You got to be able to make right decisions. You know what I'm saying? To be able to lead this family, to be able to lead me, to show me and bring me comfort. Because if I have to babysit you and be like, okay, what are you doing? I'm losing instead of gaining. You trying to take my smile away? No, that's not going to happen. Because you're going to find me. I'm gonna say complete as far as health wise. I'm great. I'm blessed. I have my fingers. I have my toes. You know, I have God in me. I'm not perfect. None of us perfect.
Right.
But you're not gonna come and take that away from me. You know, take away from me.
I guess my question is, and this is where it's a little froggy, and maybe you can give me some clarity on this. It's a little froggy for me. If leadership is something that's important, and you see that this man is already taking care of himself, no different than the way you're taking care of yourself.
Okay.
When he takes leadership, all right, when he takes the lead, all right, and he operates in this position, I'm asking this question because I've literally seen where there are, in my circle of friends, the majority of my friends in this time frame, they are six-figure earners. All right. And what begins to happen is because they've been single for so long and they are six-figure earners, they aren't as tolerable as my homies that make 30,000, 40,000, 50,000. So that being said, when they go and they start to take leadership, when they start to take the lead or whatever, and they run into these alpha women.
Yes.
Right? These alpha women already have the attitude where they're saying, I don't need a man to do this. I don't need. And they didn't come in saying that wait 1 second, that you need them. But when they were saying, hey, look at this idea. Oh, hey, your business will make more money if. No, I run a successful business. Don't tell me how I could.
First of all, I hear you, but I'm not in no competition with no man. That I'm not going to be
doing. That's exactly what it sounds like. Okay,
I'm not in no competition. And then you have relationship where the other was in competition with each other, and even jealousy. Okay, in between that, I'm not in no competition with no man whatsoever.
In that example, there was no competition.
No. I know.
In that example,
I know that's not okay. You may have not been saying that. What I'm trying to explain to you is with everything that you just said, right? I'm just trying to explain to you, because a lot of time you find yourself competing against your mate. Some people have, and I've heard the story.
Men become very jealous when their women are making more.
And I want to stop you right there. I want to stop you right there.
That happens. And
no, for real. I want to stop you right there. The reason why.
Not all men, because I don't put everyone in a box.
I'm only going to reference the example that I just said, because in this example, when the man said, "Hey, listen, this is how your business could make X amount of dollars. I know you're making this amount, but this is how your business can grow a little bit more,"
which is okay.
And then the response,
I'm willing to listen.
1 second, and then the response is, I have been doing my business for X amount of time. I know what I'm doing. In that example, there is no competition.
No,
in that example, there is a man attempting to take the lead to help that young lady grow their business, but yet that young lady, she denied the leadership. That man that has
a stupid lady. I'm sorry.
I'm saying is
crazy.
But look, in the 1 second. In that example, we thought it, or we interpreted it as competition. But you got to look at, and this is the problem that I'm seeing in a lot of relationships. People are thinking that it's controlling or it's a competition, but this man is absolutely making no benefit from helping this young lady grow her business.
And guess what? Likewise. Sometimes a man don't even want to hear what a woman has to say. I got this.
Okay.
I got that.
Now,
you know what I mean?
No, but look, this is
just that little flinch can just take you 10-20%.
I'm glad you said that, because a man is never asking you for leadership. That will never be what we're asking you to bring to the table. So you're absolutely right. Mm-hmm. So guess what? When a woman does that, because we didn't require or ask for leadership, you're right. We will respond that way. But when a woman asks for leadership and we do that, they have, for real, this might be really, really harsh, but they have no right. If a woman literally says, I'm not looking for leadership, then you got the right to respond the way a man responds. But if you say that leadership is what you are looking for, you have no right.
A woman who says she's not looking for a leadership or whatever in a relationship, she just wants a roommate.
Now say that. Once again, when I say what is a woman bringing to the table, I'm going to be very intentional on every word that I say, because in this generation, women.
At the end of the day, men don't know everything either. You have to learn to slow your roll and listen to your wife too, or listen to your women too.
I am not,
because a lot of times
I've been speaking a lot. Go ahead.
But there are a lot of men that ask for leadership in women, but don't necessarily be like, oh, I need leadership. They ask it in a lot of different ways.
That part.
A lot of different ways.
Yes,
but that's that's perspective.
No, that's not perspective. I'm
verbatim is what you need. So go ahead and ask that man, do you want me to lead you? That's what you need.
He's always gonna tell you, hell no.
All right then. So
I would never want to ask a man, do you want me to lead you?
So don't assume it.
Turn off right there.
Hold on. Don't assume that he wants. Don't perceive that.
I don't think that's a turn off, because anyone who's in a leadership role, whether you're a CEO, anything, you're going to want to hear something from your peers, the people who are around you, the people who help you move in a certain kind of way, because you never know what idea may really go to the next level.
That's absolutely true. Yeah. But look, when I can't speak for the men, I'm going to consistently use responsible men. All right, because I don't know who y'all dating out there. I don't know how you're finding your dates. I don't know where y'all at.
I don't know where you at either. I don't know where these guys are.
And that don't sound like a responsible woman. So.
I'll say this from experience of dating and the way the dating pool is. To be honest with you, a lot of women now have this independent attitude, which is fine.
Mm-hmm.
And it grows based off of, and there's nothing wrong with being independent. That's not what I'm saying.
That's not the problem.
The independence grows from who you deal with previously, and then whoever gets you next, in a sense, deals with the problem that he created. You know what I mean?
That's anyone, male or female.
No, that's fine. But the problem with that is when someone comes in who's new, who has no idea what you've been through, and especially if you don't elaborate on the things that you've been through, that could be the worst position for him. Because he wants to come in there, he wants to quote unquote lead. He wants to be, head of the household to show you, hey, whatever you need, I got you. Just have my back at the same time. But if you keep shunning him away because you feel like he's just like the last one, this sacrifices the whole relationship and it doesn't go anywhere. So it's based off of previous experiences, not only what we want to see for ourselves, because a lot of women, the circle that I've dealt with, end up being single for a long time. So when they're single for a long time, they grow this I'm by myself attitude. I don't need you. So when you come in here, you abide by my rules. And when you do, no, but when a woman does that, and it's let's say two alphas coming together, this is how the relationship doesn't make a step forward, because no one wants to admit, or no one wants to let the other kind of dictate what the relationship is steered like.
You know what? When you're raising boys, I raised two boys. My kid's father, he passed away, right? So I raised my boys. No, it's fine. But my thing is, I've raised two grown young men. Respectable, amazing boys. Okay, my oldest, he's in the military. And my youngest still trying to decide what it is that he wants to do. You know what I mean? But you have no choice but to be that woman in their life, But me, I'm blessed to say my parents are still alive in a household. Not too many people can say that.
Yeah.
You understand? I understand that, But a lot of times you have folks that looks at you, I'm not going to lie to you. I've had people who looked at me like, oh, you would never understand because your parents are together. They still together type of thing.
They say that.
Oh, yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? Like I'm to be blamed or whatever. But at the end of the day, like I know what it is that I want. I've been married. I was engaged not too long ago. This guy, I thought this was going to be it. Long distance, which I would never be a part of anymore. That's it. I don't know what the hell I was thinking. But he did everything that he could have, but still not enough. Because he was caught. It wasn't just me. It was me and three more. Oh,
that's a good. I like that.
You understand what I'm saying?
Hold on. So look,
and this is a man who wanted to be. You got to treat me this way. Blah blah blah. Whatever. Who thought he was the man?
I want to read a couple comments. We might have to backpedal a little bit.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I was looking at that too.
There was one. Jose had mentioned that in the scenario that I said earlier, that the woman didn't ask for that dude's leadership in that scenario. Right. And then he said just came in and offered his 2 cents. I understand where he's coming from with that. So then he goes and says partnership is greater than leadership in a relationship. And that right there is a fact.
Yes.
What happens is in my relationship that I've been married, everyone knows how long I've been married.
Say Omar, just in case they don't know, how long you been married?
I've been married for 12 years.
There you go.
13.
Congratulations, dog.
Another 12 years to go and another 12 years to go.
I've been with her for 17 years. So the thing that I'm saying is in a partnership, there's always going to be leadership. I don't care how fancy y'all want to put it, because guess what? There are some things that I just can't do, and I got to say, hey, baby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And so there are some things that my wife don't say, baby, but I guess what I do? I just do that junk. You know what I'm saying? And there are going to be times where she's going to say, hey, I don't think you should do that. And then I'll be like, okay.
You do it.
Do it anyway.
You know what I'm saying? And then there are times where I've been right, but there have been even more times that I've been wrong.
I'm sure.
And so when I was wrong, guess what? When I was wrong, did my wife give me a hard time about it? She ain't give me a hard time about it. In the back of her mind, she could have said she was
cutting you up in the
But
back.
have you ever admit that you were wrong?
Any logical person that's responsible would.
Okay, no, I mean,
you get what I'm saying? Like, hey, babe, I should have listened to you.
Yeah.
I should have listened to you. But there was a particular time where We were supposed to do something, and I was like, baby, let's do it. Let's move, right? And then we didn't move. And I was like, hey, I ain't gonna lie, they offered me more money, so I'm gonna stay. She was like, forget that money. We've been trying to move. We're gonna move. Yeah. And I was like, nah, nigga, we gonna make this money. You know what I'm saying? And I regretted it for like 2 years up until this year. You know what I'm saying? Because that created another opportunity for me to be where I'm at right now. And so I regretted it in that moment. Anyways, the details don't even matter. What I'm actually saying is, there are going to be times in this partnership where each other is going to have to lead.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? But in my example that I gave earlier, when the guy was offering, I didn't say that, hey, would you like my advice? No. But if you love somebody and y'all been together for some time, listen to the context of the conversation.
Right. I totally agree.
The context of the conversation is, hey, babe, I see what you got going on. You can make so much more money. And this is how. And then,
especially if one has more experience. And
guess what? And he's not even doing this because he's making any profit from her business. He just wants her to excel even more. The context, we got to listen to the undertones. And that's what a lot of people aren't hearing. They're not hearing the value that someone's adding to their life. All they hear is judgment.
You know, that's how most of the people work now, dog. Like every time you hear a couple is going, well, and you hear a man say, man, she told me to do this. Man, I did it because, I felt like, that's what she wanted to do. I wanted to do it too. Because they came together to think about it, right? But you would get the ignorance outside who would call this man a simp. Like, because he's listening to his woman. Like that, the characteristics of people, the idea of saying you got to be strong.
Because we need to stop living for people.
That's what I'm saying. You strong arming the relationship. What are you strong arming? Like, aren't y'all supposed to come together
for real
and actually make shit work to grow? Isn't it? It's all about growing.
I could tell you this, even to the people that's listening to the show right now, even if I were to get passionate about the man taking the lead, I'm 100% sure, and I don't care. I even give the benefit of the doubt. 98% sure. I'm 98% sure that they're like, oh, he got this masculine energy where he wants to take the lead and he just wants to tell the woman what to do. No, bro, I'm a man. And at the end of the day, I'm sharing my perspective because I'm understand that there is a woman that really wants a real relationship, and I'm sharing how to identify a man that genuinely loves you. It's not control, bro. But you got to listen to the context is what I'm actually saying. You listen to how it's going to benefit you. Now check this out. And this is when anything about my wife, all right, real talk, and y'all can call me crazy all you want. What I do for my wife, I do for my wife. I don't even think about us. I think about her. That's on God. And if she happy, that's what's gonna make me happy.
That's real.
You understand? And women, if you don't see that, or if you don't hear that nigga ain't just about you. You know what I'm saying? If he about you, he automatically about y'all. Right. That's just the bottom line. But if you just hear a nigga that's controlling, you know what I'm saying? Bro, take for example, you going to the club. Hey, you going out in that? You gonna think that guy's jealous. But that guy knows by the way you dress, you gonna be attracting some dudes that you ain't supposed to be attracting.
You causing trouble in the household.
So you don't see that.
You gotta think about us, not just you, us.
So you don't see that. You don't see how when you walk into your car at night, and this dude that's been watching you all day, all night, can come and try to snatch you up. You don't see that. You understand? All you see is I look good. Hey.
Yeah, don't tell me what to do. Why I can't dress like that.
But if I'm with you, is the outfit okay?
Yeah,
because you're with me.
You're with me.
I can protect you.
What's the difference if someone robbing you by myself and someone robbing you because of what you have on?
No, I think still at the end of the day, as a woman's self-respect is that's number one.
But not even.
But a lot of times, come on, what you put on. I mean, I'm a woman. We're women, right? But you can see it. You can see it. I'm not gonna put on just anything and then knowing I'm gonna be with my dude.
I want to answer your question.
That's gonna start some issues.
I know
how it is out here. There's no way. I won't do it alone, and I won't do it while I'm with my man. There's no way. I won't do it.
But I'm just.
This lady crazy. I want to answer your question.
Comfort is everything for me as well. So no.
I want to answer your question. You said, just to clarify your question though, your question was, what you wear by yourself, can you wear with me?
Right.
Absolutely. You can wear it with me. Let me tell you why. Because I can protect you.
Okay.
That's why. Because when you're by yourself, I don't care how much you think you know how to fight, a man has more strength than you. And if
right.
And so
but then you
if
don't
that
have
boy
more
talks to
strength than a group. You know how it is already.
To a certain
Still,
extent.
just to kind of avoid the whole situation.
Don't ever get it twisted.
Period.
To a certain extent.
You would not.
You can say what you want to say. It's a protection
No, but I'm
thing.
sorry, guys.
All right.
Listen, I would not want to put my man in that predicament because that's crazy. You gotta be able
That's
to
what it's about right
You
there.
gotta be able to think twice.
That's what it's about right
what
there.
What you wearing
I'm
can
sorry.
cause an issue.
Say what you want.
And a lot of times, these women, you know what? And I blame you guys too.
Talk to
Because you
me.
guys won't be.
Hold on.
You
Talk to
guys
me. I
don't
wanna hear
be
this.
honest with these women walking around here looking all crazy. You know,
Nah,
I mean,
some
we
men like
as
that.
women,
Some men like that, though.
Man, please.
You can say they look crazy, but that's why they don't
look
say
crazy.
that. They like it though. That's
and then
why.
you won't
and
say,
they
and
want to
then
see it.
and then it's crazy.
Hey,
I'm
men
sorry.
want to
This
see
is-
that. I ain't
I'm
gonna lie.
sorry.
No, I ain't gonna lie. Men want to see that.
I'm pretty sure, but then again, it's just
So let's
too
keep
much.
this real. Let me keep this
The
real.
sisters be overdoing it.
When
I'm
my
sorry.
wife was in Atlanta with her homegirls and called me at 2 a.m. in the morning saying, "Babe, they shooting out here.
Well, what you expect?
What can I do?"
You in the A. Y'all probably
No.
went to a hot spot.
No, but
You
look,
know,
listen
you
to
need
my example.
You need to be at a lounge, a cigar bar.
Look at what I'm saying. She's in another state. It's 2 a.m. in the morning.
Wow.
Waking me out my sleep, and she goes, "Babe, they shooting."
And whether
Get
she
safe.
was with you or not, the bullets have no trajectory.
You're
Bullets
absolutely,
like so.
but guess what? Guess what? You missing the point.
No, I'm not missing the point.
If somebody's
I
shooting,
hear
guess what?
everything you're
You're gonna
saying.
get
I'm just
behind
an
me.
asshole.
Nah, let's talk about this. If somebody's shooting, guess what? You gonna get behind me. You with your homegirls or
Well, I'm
whatever.
licensed to carry. I'm shooting back. I'm sorry.
Thank you.
If you got a gun, let's do it. But if you don't, you gotta hide.
Well, maybe
We
you
can-
should have
all
thought
these
about
scenarios-
that environment before going there.
Here we go. All these maybes. All these maybes.
maybes.
All these maybes.
Well, that goes for men too. Maybe
Yeah.
a lot of times
You
you,
know-
get yourself in a position you don't know. You know, like
But-
I mean, things happen.
In this conversation that we're having right now, we are ignoring, and this is
We're
one
not
of the.
ignoring what's kind of annoying.
What was I
is
gonna
the
say?
fact that you're making it seem
What
like
was I-
women are so frail.
What are you ignoring?
Like women are so frail.
No. What was I ignoring?
No, I said
No,
what was annoying, not
No,
ignoring.
I said what we are ignoring.
I said I hear what you're saying, but
Okay.
what is annoying for me
Okay.
is making it seem like women are just so frail. And that's
Now check this out. That's how men view women. We want sensitivity.
them.
We want femininity.
They do.
That's what we
They
want.
want you to
and
complain.
guess what?
They want you.
A
They
man.
want to feel needed.
Hold on, check
They
this
do.
out.
They
Yes,
do.
that is true.
They do.
And let me tell you something, women.
But that's
Every
an
single
ego thing that
time.
y'all need to get
No,
over.
think that's an ego
hold on,
thing?
wait, please,
And I
wait.
think it's okay.
Hold on,
You know,
wait.
I don't mind.
It is.
I'm gonna
okay
talk.
to a
Look,
certain extent.
look.
I like my foot rub
Hold
and
on.
all that good stuff.
And that is what this generation is missing. I'm trying to tell you, you got men that's telling you what they want, and the women are literally fighting against these men,
No.
saying, "We don't care what you want. You gonna get what we got."
No, I think it's
No,
quite
a lot
the
of times
opposite.
I'm gonna agree with him somewhat.
Bro, we telling you what we want.
Yeah,
That's
y'all
why there are so
speaking-
many single people right now. There are no longevity relationships. People are practicing divorce on a daily basis. Bro,
That's facts.
they are going from relationship to relationship all because go
they're
ahead.
not healed. Why are you extremely broken and you study trying to get in a relationship? That
That
makes
part too.
absolutely no sense.
That's one portion.
You're damaged goods.
That's one portion, but there's
you need
other
to figure
portions.
out what your triggers are. To work on those triggers. You can't just be out here fucking people up and you a fucked up motherfucker and then
true.
expect shit to go like
That's so true.
That makes sense.
That ain't gonna happen.
That makes sense. But look at this moment right here. This moment, you have a man that's literally telling you what men look for, and then in the same moment, we got a woman that's saying, "Well, y'all got ego problems."
What men
Bro.
look for in your perspective, because there's
Nah,
a
bro.
lot of different.
I hang out with nothing but niggas. What you talking about? I'm a nigga.
Niggas, right? And y'all.
What you
in
talking about?
y'all
I don't like
In
niggas.
y'all Broward County bubble.
You know what I'm saying? And you
I'll
can
tell
say
you
what
right
you
now.
You can
In
say.
y'all
I do
Broward
not
County
like
bubble.
niggas.
Hey, guess what? Guess what?
A black man, hell yeah,
Hey.
but niggas, I can't
Yeah,
stand.
Hey,
thank
just
you.
because I use the
Let's
word
go.
nigga, guess
Thank
what?
you.
Guess what? I hang out with white guys too, and guess what they're looking for? The same thing, bro. We looking for
Well, I'm not
femininity.
talking about the white boys. It don't matter. I
Men,
like
period.
100% men.
Bro.
I just don't like niggas.
I am in conversations with dude after dude after dude, from nationality to whatever, bro. We are looking for a feminine woman.
Well, then what's the disconnect?
I'm gonna take this
But
example.
women are not
Do-
100% either.
Do women feel
That's the
safe being
disconnect.
feminine
No,
around men?
let me say this. These men,
You can fight it all you want to. This what men looking for.
I
nowadays,
ain't fighting it.
hold on, I'm gonna say this. Nowadays, these men are not 100% with themselves. I'm not gonna speak for all men, but men get dressed for other men, Not for women.
They not say this.
I'm serious.
What?
They get dressed
wait.
for other men.
No.
They do a lot of shit.
No.
Show off what I got. Look at me. Blah blah blah.
How have you proved that?
Wait.
What do you mean?
Wait.
That shit is not sexy. You sagging your pants. You looking all this. You being extra. That's not sexy for me.
Wait.
Who are you doing it for?
Did you ask a man who he's doing it for?
You know it's the truth because you know a lot of
you can't be doing it for me. I don't know it all depends on your surrounding. Because if you're in the ghetto, you doing it for the ghetto.
Let me not say
okay? But that's not for me because I don't hang in the ghetto.
When I ask my questions, I'm asking. You say we're doing it for men. Did you literally ask?
A lot of men dress for men.
Did you at least ask?
They be in the mirror longer than me.
Did you at least ask one man?
Hold on.
Did you at least ask one man?
You don't have to ask.
I'm gonna keep on.
Louder than
I
words.
can't finish the sentence.
But that part, that's what I'm trying to tell you.
I can't finish the sentence
because you know the gist of what
No. The reason I'm laughing, I'm gonna be wait. The reason I'm asking, the reason I'm laughing, honestly,
because I want to be heard. My question.
I think the wrong idea comes into why a man dresses for occasions. I personally, I don't know about other people. I don't dress for men. Like
that's freaking weird.
That's one of the funniest things.
Do you ever send your
a lot of these men in love with
their
homeboy?
I don't do that. I don't do that.
Right? You don't show your boxes. I don't get to see what color boxes you're wearing.
A lot of these men are in love with their homeboys.
All right, we just speaking just to speak.
Wait.
We just speaking just to speak.
What do you mean?
Because if you're gonna argue with me about your homeboys, you want to spend time with your homeboys. Is this and that or whatever? Come on, this is too fishy. We're not going. This is gonna go left. Because
let's bring it.
That's part of the problem.
There's no facts. There's no facts.
Let's bring it back to what we initially.
That's what I'm saying. Not one time did they literally ask a man. Not once did they ask a man, who you getting dressed for? Not one time in your whole life.
Guess what? If I'm gonna tell you, if I'm gonna tell you,
when she started that sentence with because, when she started that sentence,
as a woman, if I'm
over talking each other now,
looks good on you.
When she started that sentence with because, that means she didn't ask one man. So I'm gonna let you keep on assuming.
If I'm gonna say to you, no, listen, sweetie. If I'm gonna say to you, this look really nice on you. This look nice. This works. But you being extra. You like, nah, this, that, like, and I'm like, now you going left with it. Because this is the way you feel like, and I've already given you my opinion.
Look, I know.
So what that means when a woman does it.
Look, I know where.
So what you're insinuating is when a woman does it, she's doing it for another woman.
I have no issue.
No, now you're going left.
Because when I do that to a woman and I say, "Baby, you look good," nah, when I say, "Baby, you look good," nah, I'm taking this off.
Yeah, but if she tells you,
but who's she doing that for? Because I said she look good.
If you say she looks good,
y'all talking
most of the
two
time,
different things. Now.
Wait.
Brian's going left with that too.
No, I hear the point that you're
That's the example she just said.
Hold on.
Get me on track. Get me on track.
Hold on. Wait. Let's get back.
Get me on track.
Let's get back to what we talking about.
Get me on track.
I need a shot of Casamigos.
That was weird, bro.
Listen. I understand. Weird. Just to be on the playing field, I understand where she's coming from.
I don't.
Based off of, let's say, for example, that a guy goes out with his girl, and you have a bunch of friends and couples who want to say, hey, we all going out. So the guy dresses up. He knows his woman told him he looks good, right? But at the same time, he goes to the next man who has his wife or whatever with him, and he's like, damn, boy, you see me? Like, there's like more of a show off. Like, look at me because my girl approved. I want you to see what my girl approved.
Yeah, I've never done that.
That type of attitude.
Okay.
That based off of that alone.
If that's the example, I see what she's saying.
But if you're talking about men getting dressed and not caring about the woman's opinion,
but
he's more
all the time.
But he's waiting to get he's getting verification from his dudes outside. I wouldn't agree with that because that doesn't really.
Yo, what you wearing?
That's
Yo,
what I
this,
understood.
that. No, I'm telling you, it happens all the time. I hear women talk about
that's like saying you going to the basketball court with Shaqs on when you should have some Jordans.
Nah, that's
you
different.
gonna get clowned.
That's what.
No,
exactly. So now look, if I call my homeboy and say, "Hey, cuz, what you wearing, bro?" That's because I don't want to be overdressed.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? I ain't finna go in there in a button up dog and some dress shoes, and then you got a polo on, bro. You understand? I'm not doing that, bro.
No, that's different. You checking with your homeboys is you about to hang out with your homeboys, but you with your girl.
I have no
and
problem.
You don't care about what it is that
going in.
Who else is it? Just me and my girl, and I'm calling my homeboy.
A lot of times that happens.
That's weird, man. I don't know who y'all meeting these dudes. When you meeting your guys?
It happens.
Okay, so
I see it.
So back to what we was initially talking about. So when we bring things to the table, Because I don't know where this conversation.
It went left real quick.
I don't know, bro.
It took a hard left.
I don't know, bro.
Look, man.
It's a lot to talk about. Okay, go ahead. Let's just
Go ahead.
Back to what we bring to the table. As a guy, you know, at least for most of the guys that I personally know, we want to bring leadership and protectiveness, and this is what we base things off of. And when you let us lead the household in our way, but not saying you're a woman who's slow or dumb to the fact that, you know, he's making a bad decision. It's just more like, let him speak, hear him out. If he shares with you, which he should in a healthy relationship, to know what's going on, and then determine things from there. Don't necessarily just let him do what he wants, because a lot of women have this, oh, yes, babe, anything you want, babe, attitude.
No, babe, no.
When you one of those,
That's
you
a problem.
sacrifice the entire relationship. I was in a relationship like that, and that relationship was horrible. And me having to tell, me having to tell that same woman, hey, listen, I don't want to hear you tell me yes all the time, made me feel like I was controlling a child. You know what I mean? Straight up. What type of music do you like?
Whatever type you like.
Yeah, like
a dog.
what type of food?
No, but what was
Like a
her
dog.
experience?
A big one. What was what?
You got to ask yourself, what was her experience? What did she see?
You know,
is what a relationship should be.
For that, I would say she saw the connection as being. She saw doing what I wanted to do would make me stay in the relationship. But she didn't want to have conflict, because conflict in her mind was likely telling her, hey, I know we'll break up because if I don't do what he says, it's just not going to go right, and I want us to stay together.
Well, then she has abandonment issues, and she needs to figure out where exactly
That's for damn sure. That's for damn sure.
You know what, me as a woman, if I can't, one of my biggest turn on is being able to learn something from my dude, the guy. You know, it has to make sense
from
to
each
me.
other.
You know, from each other, yeah. But me as a woman, I'm talking about me. I want to be able to, you know, be able to learn something from you. That's a turn on for me. I want to be able to see, like, okay, you know what? He can guide me, like the decisions that he makes. Like, I don't have to worry. You know what I mean? And I can sleep at night. But a lot of times, the mindset, what I see now, I mean, these guys are all over the place.
All over the place.
And I don't know. It's like this. Broken wrist all day, every day. I mean, to each his own. But you don't know. Now, I've had that experience. I've dated someone, I mean, a teacher. You know, it ain't going for long. We talking about someone who was married before, 3 kids. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that don't mean anything, man.
I ended up finding, but
you know, it's, look, I mean, there's some guys who do come off to make us all look like,
man, that's crazy.
We're
That's
trying,
why I don't put all
we're
y'all in the same boat.
You know what I'm saying? We all, it makes us look like we're all being feminine in a sense, like we want to be followed, we want to be catered to. No, that ain't fucking true. That ain't necessarily true. Yeah, those same guys who do that the relationships
but there's nothing
fail.
wrong with catering to you.
No, it's nothing wrong with you catering to your man, but at the same time, if he's acting like the female in the relationship,
I'm not for
then
it.
he's killing it for the next person. He's being a little bitch.
No,
and
but
that shit like that. Shit like that is what kills the whole
Men
competition.
are just way too
but there are
sensitive.
still a level of femininity a man has to have. You can't be masculine all the
No,
time.
I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying.
Where you do need to be.
Like I'll give you an example. For me personally, when I had this whole macho attitude when I was much younger, you know, when my daughter came, it gave me a softer side for me. You know what I mean? It gave me a softer side, to be honest with you, because without my daughter, it would have been like, okay, if I had a boy first, I'd have been having a fucking pompous attitude, like nobody gonna tell me shit to do. This is what I do. This is my way. But when my daughter came, it gave me a sense of sensitivity, and I'm being honest with myself.
Oh, I know. Because he used to walk around like this.
It made you think about
but it just made me think about life. You know, it made me like, damn, man, I got to take care of this woman, even though I don't know how to clean this woman. This one, she's gonna be older. I'm nervous. What am I cleaning? That area is like it's foreign to me. That shit just had me different. It just changed me. But some things like that, it takes things like that to change a man sometimes.
It does.
So
one thing I want to say about this topic, man. In this society, people ask this question: what do you bring to the table? What do you bring to the table? I enjoy partaking in conversations like this simply because I know that the foundation of why we talk about this is because we hope for everyone to have a successful relationship. I believe that when we ask, and this time where everyone's asking, what do you bring to the table? I really, really, really believe that we should start asking, what do I want to be brought. That's why I asked you that question at the beginning. And, you know, everyone's trying to prove, what do you bring to the table? What do you bring? I know what I bring. You have to ask yourself, what do you want to be brought to you? Write yourself down a list. And then when you write that list down, you identify it. When you can see it, when it comes, okay, yeah, that's what was on my list.
And then it's going to come.
You know what I'm saying? Oh, that was whatever. But everybody is always, we're pointing fingers. We're pointing fingers. E.T., this man named Earl Thomas, what he had said was, I met, it was in a clip, I don't know what year it was, but he was like, I met Steve Harvey 6 years ago. And he goes, not once did I ever call Steve Harvey. He goes, there's two ways to get what you want in life. You can go after it, option number one, or option number two, you can let it come to you. He says, not once did I call Steve Harvey. He goes, I went and got my degree. I went and got my master's degree. I went and started doing my YouTube clips and I wrote a book. And guess what? Steve Harvey called me. What I'm saying is he says I had to work on myself and everything that I wanted came to me. And so a lot of things that you're attracting, the truth is when people are bringing what they're bringing to your table, you got to ask yourself, what about you made that person bring it?
You know what? That's a well made point, man. And I'll tell you this just came up in my mind because what you said. My boy Jose gave me a great example of something that he did in his relationship just to build it stronger. They both came at the table, literally,
Jose, a real nigga,
literally at the table, and they wrote to themselves what they want, what they don't like, what they willing to sacrifice, what they want to actually come together and do. And when they wrote it and saw that they saw what each other could bring and how they could grow and what the person didn't like, whether or not they wanted to even sustain the relationship, that shit grew because everybody said to themselves like, hey, listen, if it's not what I want and maybe I could compromise on it, hey, let's talk about it. Let's get a clarity on it because communication does not necessarily mean you understand the person.
That's real.
You can communicate in the same household and don't understand what the fuck that next person is saying.
And that's why these conversations are supposed to be had in the beginning, but unfortunately they happen towards the middle, near the end.
Yes. So, I mean, and everybody's scared of everyone else, man. Like you scared to tell the person, hey, listen, I don't like to go bungee jumping. And you know damn well that one person wants to bungee jump all the time. And he like, you know what I mean? Like you scared to tell her, hey man, I don't want to go. And then you don't want to sacrifice the whole relationship, bro. Like shit like that,
bro. That's when these dudes be committing fraud.
If you don't want to go, then don't go. I'm gonna go. Take video.
For real, that's when these dudes.
From the beginning, I think that a lot of times we lie to ourselves. We know what it is that we want, but we won't say.
Yes.
And then we make these dumb sacrifices and then we let it go on and you realize, you know what, we're not equally yoked. You knew that from the beginning, but yet you want to take the share because maybe, you know, you attracted this person, you like a certain things, but then knowing, you know, you got more negative than positive, but then you forcing it and and look at where you at now. And then you don't waste all these years.
Absolutely.
Yeah. It makes no sense to me.
Hey, listen, I know a brother, you know what I'm saying? We was joking about this on one podcast and, you know, he listened to it like that when we was podcasting.
Yeah.
And so, man, and so my boy, he took this chick on a date. He took her to Roof Chris and then he took her to some other places or whatever. And like in the first 4 dates, bro, he spent a stack, bro. On dinner.
Oh, I remember them kind of conversations.
That's going to be her expectation for the
entire relationship. On dinner. They're in a relationship. They're in a relationship right now. Why? Because he goes, hey, listen, man, I'm going to take her on a few more dates and then I'm going to watch. That young lady said, hey, we spent a lot of money. Let's just go and buy something and go watch something. Now, when that young lady did that, captured that nigga heart.
Hell yeah.
Because he says, wow.
She's not about the money.
It's not about the money. No. That wasn't the message.
I got the message.
The message is she wants to manage my finance. She wants to help manage my finance. So the message really wasn't about, is she about the money? Mm-hmm. She was like, yo, when I'm bringing her, she is willing to manage it. Right. And there's a lot of people that's like, oh, girl, he gonna buy me this, he gonna buy me that.
Just run with
it.
it.
Bro, that's the type I'm talking about a responsible man. I ain't talking about all these, I ain't talking about all these other dudes.
She's a responsible woman too.
You understand what I'm saying? So that's what a responsible man is looking for. These are the type of relationships that's going to have longevity because each party is considering the other.
Right.
They're valuing each other. And if you're going to be in my life, I want to make sure that you're managing these nice dinners are fine. But do you spend money like this all the time, bro?
And can we write this off on Texas?
You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, these are the questions.
Better be using
you know what I'm saying?
Card.
Right. You
because I think about it often. You know what I'm saying? I've been with my wife since I was 16. So only thing I can do is just imagine. I can only imagine what it's like dating as an adult. Because I ain't gonna lie.
Trash.
No. It won't be trash for me.
I'm telling you,
it would not be trash for me because I would watch behavior. I would watch all that and stop it right at the gate, or treat the young lady the way she brought it to me. You know what I'm saying? If you gonna come and just make this relationship about a piece of tail, I'll treat you as such. But if you're going to make sure, if you're trying to make a long-lasting relationship, then guess what? I'm looking at characteristics.
A lot of times the signs are there. We just want to avoid them.
You know what I'm saying? Are you a mother?
The signs are there.
And you want to know something? There are some women that be like, I'm not your mother. Right? Let me tell you something about that statement.
I hate that line.
Let me tell you something about that statement.
I hate that line.
If this doesn't bring,
brought her up?
Hey, if this doesn't bring clarity,
like she's taking care of the child that just helps.
Hold on, here we go.
You know, sometimes not all women.
That's fine.
But you know, sometimes some women may feel like that.
But let me tell you something. Do you understand when a man sees a mother's characteristic in a woman? You know what that tells him? I want to ask the woman. Do you know what that tells him?
No, I ain't a man. Tell me.
All right. What you think that tells him?
Well, I'll say this. The way I grew up, Dad, you know, he's not the perfect man, but he's the perfect man for me. Like my dad, the way I see him. He took care of home and all. And, you know, the people that I've dated, like at the end, you kind of see your father in them.
Thank you.
Of course.
No, but look, thank you. So the same thing happens with a guy. Now check this out. In different cultures, like why do you think a Spanish woman or Hispanic woman would call their significant other papi? Or why do you think that a woman would even call him daddy? You see this? I'm telling you, dog. I look at all this stuff. Why? Because
I'm not about to offend the Hispanic.
Some people are needy, though. Some people are needy.
So check this out. I'm going to give you the answer now. I'm done asking questions.
Mom or dad, they do
I'm done
for that.
I'm done asking questions because
that may be a form of like endearment they say to each other.
That could be a part of it too.
I can't speak on that realm because there are certain things that we
French too. The Haitian.
I'm going to give you an answer. I'm going to give you an answer right now because that speaks. Man, she could be a good mother. She could be a good mother to my seed. She's going to take care of my child. She's going
Poppy?
to. No, man.
Oh.
Baby.
You just ain't calling her. Oh my God, that just went off. If that's what y'all got out of that, y'all just missed the whole. No, man. When a woman says, "Oh, I'm not your mother," those characteristics, women these days think it's an insult to watch them wash clothes or to, you know what I'm saying, cook or to do any domestic responsibility or whatever. Guess what? That's what that man's mom was doing. Right? And so when a woman goes and says, "Oh, I ain't your mama, you a grown behind man," right? And when she says that, bro, he's like, "Yo, do I really want to have children with this lady?"
Because in actuality, are you treating me like a servant or your partner? Are you making me feel appreciated for the things that you may not necessarily have the time to do? And not only that,
I'm seeing a lot of bad moms to this generation.
If I'm not there,
and some bad pops in this generation.
Are you cleaning up the household
not as much as in the 90s?
Should be? And when I get back,
these pops and the broken wrist attitude, they just want to have a baby and go. No.
Let me tell you something. Hey, let me tell you something. You can speak about it all you want to, but guess what? In the 90s, men really wasn't in their kids' life. In the 80s and the 70s, and they weren't like that. And we heard that. Men heard that, bro. And guess what? I'm seeing single fathers today more than I ever seen in my life. So y'all can miss me with that. Men have stepped up a lot. I have a
that's great. They should.
That's right, they should, and they are. I have a community full of brothers involved in their kids' life. What I'm saying is the responsible man is looking for a woman that will be a mother to his child.
It's true.
That's what he's looking for. And I'm seeing a lot of mothers in my age group and below that their moms are raising their kids. I'm telling you, man, this is a horrible generation.
Well, you know what? Honestly, this generation is based off of, and I'm saying for females, straight the fuck up. A lot of females just on that, I want to live my life. I had kids.
Men too.
You know what? No. Wait. Before you say that, wait. Let me finish. A lot of women are basing things off of, I have kids, they're old enough, hey, they can go over here and hang out. Let me live my life. I did my duty. And for a man, if you saying a man has that attitude, most of the time, like myself, men are taken out of their kids' lives as far as being around. Like you could say, evil people. One person will jump out of a relationship with the man. That's a whole different conversation. No, of course.
Because I don't agree with these women.
Because some women have kids with a man, right? And they in that relationship, they leave the relationship, and once they jump in a new relationship, they feel like the parent of the child doesn't necessarily need to be there because what? They're trying to create a new family with a new person. It ain't I'm not in my feelings about it. It's just more like you see that sacrifice, like, hey, you're the true father, but hey, you can go now because guess what? We already have a male figure in the house, and with that attitude,
these guys taking care of these children better than they take care of their own children.
Exactly, but the thing is,
crazy.
Oh, for sure,
Listen, I was reading about that
Mama's
today.
baby, daddy's maybe, like that goes back to that saying, like that the mother is typically 9 times out of 10 more so responsible for that child financially, emotionally, all that.
When I tell you,
there are some trash mothers though.
We're
gonna agree on that. But for the most part, I don't think you have more fathers taking care of their children than mothers.
No, what I've said was that there has been a massive increase of men being in the children's life more than the 90s.
Yeah, because they want to. Yeah, they want to
be. Because we want to be,
especially with the new law too.
They're advocating for their kids.
With the gun?
Oh yeah, it's a new law. Since July 1st.
What they got to do with?
I'm just saying, no. These fathers now they are opening up, and they doing what it is that they need to do.
No, absolutely. Look, one of the last things that I'll say about this topic. This topic means a lot.
But Florida, of course, the law in Florida.
Just in Florida, yeah. This topic for me in particular, this topic is important to me because it just seems like genders are attacking each other. Now, real talk. When I go on my tangent and start talking about what men are expecting, oftentimes, 98% of the time, a woman will be like, I ain't taking that jump. I ain't doing that jump.
It's true.
Listen, my purpose is so that you can hear a man's perspective. If you're dating a man, you should hear how the man feels. And vice versa. If I'm dating a woman, I need to know how the woman feels.
Yep.
And if I can hear what you're saying and you can hear what I'm saying, that's called communication. Mm-hmm. I'm not just letting you talk and you letting me talk. Mm-hmm. No, you're hearing what we are expecting from a woman. And I expect for the woman to tell the men that's listening what you expect from the man. And as we are listening to each other, then we can say, okay, I know how to move. This isn't a moment where we're pointing fingers and I'm saying, well, women ain't doing it. No, bro, this is our perspective and this is how men are really feeling. And this is why the outcomes are the way it is, because people are more single, more and more every single day because we're not listening to each other.
That and everybody believes everyone's replaceable.
Right, but I don't want you to hear me. I need you to comprehend what it is that's
I'm what hearing
saying.
Is. Mm-hmm. That's the real definition.
But my thing is, you can hear all day.
No, that's the
but
real.
That doesn't mean you understand what it is that I'm saying.
And where's
you need
the change
you understand what I'm saying? Because a lot of times as a man, you guys come off. I'm not going to speak for every man, but a lot of times I'm the man. I say this, and this is how it goes. What?
So real talk, what did that man do improve in your life? And this is a question that you can, nigga, what you do improve in my life that give you that position in my life? That's a real question.
But what have you done after the conversation? Because we can talk all day to the end of time. What have you done that's actually going to show the conversation that we had is actually moving forward? I see.
Hold on, wait.
And that goes for the both of us, not just for
that you. Is completely on you, because when you had that conversation,
no.
Hold on, no, wait. if you set the standard for me, we're in a relationship, you set the standard for me, and then I hear you and do nothing. Now the ball is in your court.
Yeah, and I'm finna leave.
There you go.
And you ain't gonna be able to breathe.
But that's a problem.
Anyway.
Hold on, wait.
See,
That's a problem.
Hold on,
that's
wait.
a problem.
That's why I say the ball is in your court. What are you going to do about it? Are you going to deal with
well,
it?
you know what? You know what? At the end of the day, you know, for me, we're gonna pray about it. And let me tell you something. You're gonna tell me what the outcome is. What you get from that. You know what I mean? Because if you feel odd about that, then we have a problem. We can forget it.
It's
Go
just,
left.
it's too much
and I'm
of
gonna
a
go right.
Before titles are given, this already needed to be discussed.
Everyone has a replaceable attitude. And that's the biggest problem, man. You always think you could just go to the next and start over, and it's not gonna hurt you.
It's not gonna be this.
That's a buildup of hurt. Like, you keep going to the next person, like, oh nah, this last guy or this last girl ain't worked out. Man, I don't give a shit. I got this new one around the corner.
So check me out. And check me out. I could be real. I could be real and give you my bad. I could be real and give you my experience. You could call my homies call me lame about this all the time, bro. When I was 16, bro, I chose my wife straight up, bro. She didn't want me. You know what I'm saying? Dang, I can't believe I admitted that.
You know, I like that. I want to answer to that. Why you saying that? But I'm not. I'm gonna let you speak. But
bruh, she didn't want me. You know what I'm saying? And it's to the women, bro. When a nigga is actually like trying to, he's pursuing you, and you don't want him, and he consistently pursues you. That's a sign. Bro, I was pursuing my wife. She didn't want me, and then, you know what I'm saying, she saw that I was always there, even when she curved me. And so,
sweet.
You know what I'm saying? She let me in, right? So we dating or whatever the case may be. Now, what I'm saying is, because I chose her, do you think out of the 12 years that we've been married, the 17 years that we've been together, going on 13, 18, do you think that I've done everything the heck that she wants from me?
No.
The answer is no, bro. And you want to know something? Years have gone by, and she's expected something from me, and I didn't give her exactly. In fact, I'm gonna give you one example. In my household, we don't celebrate birthdays like that. You know what I'm saying? In her household, nigga, whole family from Jersey and everybody calling saying happy birthday. Like,
can I say something?
And like, birthdays ain't big for me.
You know how you said you chose your wife?
Mm-hmm.
She chose you. You asked her to be your wife, because if she didn't say yes, she would have not been your wife.
No, absolutely.
You see what I'm saying? That's what I need for people to understand. Okay, yeah, you can see the woman and say, you know what, that's my wife. I want to marry her. You can date her and everything. At the end of the day, if you don't get that yes, you don't have a wife.
Yeah.
But in your head, that's who you want to marry to. And that's what I need people to understand too, because this has been a back and forth. Oh, you know, a woman do get to say yes to her husband. Because without that yes, you don't have a wife. You could get whoever it is that you want. A man could go out there and be the biggest B.I. all he want. He could have that, but you don't have her.
No, but these alpha women these days are asking men to marry them. I'm just joking.
I'm not for that. I'm not for that.
We'll cut that right there.
I'm not for that.
They bending the knee for these women.
So we'll start with the ladies. So Tanisha, what do you bring to the table, or what should people bring to the table?
Honesty, friendship. We need to be able to protect each other the same way you look out for your friends, because essentially your partner is your friend. But I always break this analogy up, because a lot of times men love on their friends and women love on their friends, but then when it comes to the love of the relationship, there's a little bit of disconnect where it comes to the friendship. So I need you to bring that to the table.
Yeah, I totally.
Because I can build my own table, but we need to be an asset to each other. A partnership.
Nice.
That part.
And Lucy?
I totally agree with her. You know, like I said, God is first in my relationship.
Agreed.
You know, and then from there, it should be able to be easy for you to get your answers from that. You know, but I totally agree with what she said. So we're on the same page.
And Omar, my boy.
Hey man, attract what you want. You up here searching and you trying to pursue, work on yourself. And based off of the energy that you have, you would attract. I mean, if you attracting some scumbags, you got to ask yourself why.
You say you get what you put in, right?
You know what I'm saying? So work on yourself and you'll get, you know what I'm saying, that you'll attract that energy.
And yourself, that's a scumbag.
And I'll say, you know, what you bring to the table shouldn't always be based off of yourself. Imagine that other person's feelings, think about them too, and really evaluate what you're getting into, because not everybody is always right and everybody makes a difference. With that, peace.
Yeah.